Hello. Sorry, I was taking care of a thing. How's it going? How you doing? Oh, you can barely see that tip jar on my desktop. That's pretty exciting. What's up? Hey, Sir Alvin, what's going on? I don't know who else is here, but hey, how's it going? Daylight savings is throwing me off. Yes. Yeah, I have been all out of whack today. Daylight savings has just had me all kinds of backwards. I slept until like noon. Awesome. As you can see, we have a new friend on our layout. Steve is here protecting the tip jar. The link for the tip jar is in the tags under the video. I don't know how else to give you guys the link, and I don't really think I want to give it to Axobottle to give you guys every now and then. I don't think I want to promote it as, like, give me tips, but if it's something you want to do, the link to it is down in the thing. The jar will fill up with notifications for cheers, too, so if you have bits, they'll drop into the jar. But, yeah, so we have a new little friend. He's just gonna hang out there. So that was one of the things I did today. Otherwise, I didn't actually get that much done. But I should say I didn't get as much done as I wanted to get done. But played some Guild Wars with my family today since we didn't get to do too much on Friday, so that was nice. I got to see them for a little bit. So I'm gonna try to finish up this sheet today. I put the finished art up here. I thought about redoing this, but I like it, so I'm not going to. Just that lives here now. Overall, just been kind of a lazy Sunday. Just gonna try to get these sheets finished up today. And then I'll do, probably start on commissions on Tuesday, so... Sir Alvin, I know you were asking about when I might work on yours. I might work on it on Tuesday. I like to do them in, like, batches, so I like to do, like, all the line art at once. All the sketches at once, then all the line art at once, so I kind of work on everybody's in steps. Unless I get, like, one really big one, in which case they kind of get their own night if it's a big one, so, I'll probably get to yours on Tuesday night. Tuesday's soon. Tuesday's 2 days from now. Oh! You hear about the man who sketches certain dog breed. Poodle Doodle Dude. It fits there, too. And now there's coins in my jar. Thank you for the $1 donation. Appreciate it. It's really hard to see the tip jar, though, to be honest. Like, it's, like, vague and clear. Totally worth it for a shitty joke? Yes, it was. Everything's worth it for a shitty joke. I'm so glad I'm done with that landscape. I'm happy with how it came out. I was just like 800% done with it. put a little ring up here just so it's not, like, awkwardly floating. You guys been up to anything fun this crazy Sunday? So glad. You know what though? As much as the daylight savings threw me off today, I'm so glad that happened because now it's actually gonna be like sunny when I'm driving to work. They got big old brows. I think they're pretty well sized with the rest of the Jedoa, though. I think that's how big they are. Oh, hey, hey, what's going on? Did laundry? Took a nap. Does that count as doing something? Absolutely. That was my day. I slept in and then did some laundry. In fact, I'm still doing some laundry because I'm a loser, but, you know. Sleep from 9 to 6 and then eat way too much food. That's a pretty good thing to do with your day, also. It's always a good time to eat food. Feeling yucky and I want to bail out of my meetup plans today. Do it. If you don't feel good, don't go. Wish I could bail out of going to work tomorrow. Can't. I wish I could. I subsist on pasta with cheese. How else do you live? How else are you expected to live without pasta and cheese? Not including people who are lactose intolerant, because obviously you have to not do pasta and cheese, but pasta. Just pasta. Well, I guess if you're gluten intolerant, you can't have pasta either. Dang it. I guess that's how you subsist without pasta and cheese. You either be gluten intolerant or lactose intolerant. Gluten-free pasta. And I think you can find cheese substitutes, so yeah, just make it work. You have to live. I just added him today. I worked very hard on him. He breathes a little bit, and he flips his little thing. He's a tip jar. Somebody, I think it was actually Sir Alvum, asked me about a tip jar yesterday, and I realized I didn't have the tip thing set up through Streamlabs, so I thought the tip feature was a feature of Twitch, but it's actually a feature of Streamlabs. So I set it up today. So if anybody makes a donation or cheers bits, let's see, it's donations, bits. I want to say subscribe and resubscribe all drops coins into the cup that he's wrapped. You can see the cup that well, but he's sitting on a cup, and so anytime somebody cheers, coins drop in. Anytime anybody does one of those 4 things, the cup fills up. I might actually make an overlay for the cup, so that you can see it a little better. Like I might put an outline around it. Streamlabs doesn't let you have your own tip jar. Like, you can't put in a custom tip jar, so that's actually 2 separate graphics. It's, the head and the tail are on one layer, and then the body's on a separate layer, and so the body layer is behind the body layer's behind the cup, and the head and tail are in front of the cup, so it looks like he's wrapped around it. I'm wondering if maybe I can make an overlay to put, like, in between the head and tail layer and the cup layer to, like, you know, change the way the jar looks. Because it's really hard to see it right now. Yeah, I made him today. He's Can't see. I have the gifts. But yeah, the head, and then the body is kind of like a weird little awkward blob that just kind of goes behind everything, so... I can only animate really small things like that, like a little, like, the ear flipping, or, like, a tail swish, or, like... I can't animate, like, full walk cycles. I'm not good enough at that. You know, I don't understand enough about, animation tricks, but... He is a cute boy. He's sitting there protecting the tip jar. So I put the link for the tip jar in the panels under the video, because I don't know where else to put it, so... Tips, donations specifically go there, but any kind of, like, bit donations or, you know, subs go in that jar too. It's kind of something cute to put on the layout. I was worried it was going to be too distracting, but I actually kind of like it. Oh, puppet animation. Yeah, I'm okay at puppet animation. I can't really do much else, but, you know. But he breathes a little bit and he flips his ear. So, there's Gil. I think he came out pretty good, all things considered. Charmander! What's up? What's going on? Welcome to Strem. I'm drawing bird feet. And bird leg. The fun one's gonna be drawing bird weapon at the bottom of the page. I'm not really that excited to work on that one, to be honest. I don't like drawing machines, mostly. A little skink boy? Oh, that's awesome. Trying to get the things finished up. I got 2 more pages to do. And I think one of them I can just pull all the documents over. I don't think it's going to take all that much redrawing the way this is, so... And then we can move on to new stuff. Which will be kind of exciting, I would say. I'll probably keep the Veos sheets broken up in a similar way, like, you know, appearance, and then, you know, start with appearance, and then do biology, and then religion, and all that. Like, just kind of keep it broken up in a similar way. I think some sections are going to be a little different, because I gotta focus on different aspects of their culture. But I think it'll be a good place to start. Strim Haibu. Something like that. Void? Right. Hammock Void. And then I was just gonna make, like... I don't know if I want them to have the side blade, like a... Somebody mentioned, lost my word. Somebody had mentioned giving them blades on their legs for, like, their military weapons, like, how, like, they give roosters, like, in, like, cockfighting, how you, like, you know, put a, they sometimes arm the roosters for cockfighting, like, and it's basically just a wrap around the leg. So, I don't know if I want to give them that, though. Like, I kind of liked giving them just, like, longer, like, feet, like, battle claw, almost, where they just, like, strap onto the feet here, and then they can just stab. like they kick you. Where is that? That one. Down a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Joe just kicked the shit out of you, but I kind of feel like they need like a hand weapon also. So, actually, it was tested. Or Weasel Boy, is his name now, I believe. Mischievous Weasel. Had suggested maybe doing like a crossbow that could reload, and it would kind of make the Jedoa like important military for like global military, because then they would, you know, maybe they're like expert archers, and I kind of liked that idea, so gonna maybe work on giving them some kind of crossbow, but I gotta design that. I'm not good at drawing weapons, so giving them stabby feats though seems like a good place to start. I always forget that Yooka-Laylee was made by the same people who did, Banjo-Kazooie, or, like, a similar style, just because, like, I was like, I didn't know there was Banjo-Kazooie music in my playlist, but it's not, it's Yooka-Laylee. I should play that sometime. Actually. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think they need the little, like a blade on the side of their leg, like a rooster, like cockfighting roosters, or do you think they'll be fine just as they are? Give them guns. Oh yeah, like one big one on the side would be good, actually. Yeah, let me do that. Hey, you wanna maybe not Photoshop? What are you doing? I didn't want to draw the pack claw, so I just didn't. But I think this looks awkward. I think this, like... I don't know. That, like, being on the side there, I think looks a little awkward. But, yeah, if I gave him, like... this, if the one... Actually, it would be the one on the inside, though, wouldn't it? This one would have to be really... It's hard to make look good, though, because their feet don't stick up like that. Guess it would just be making this blade bigger than the other ones. Just one awkwardly big claw on this foot. It just makes it look awkwardly large. I love birds, but man, they got ugly feet. Yeah, they do. Absolute unit. Yeah, it just makes the one in the front look really big. Like, it's gotta have that, like, raptor shape. It's like, it starts here, just hooks in. Yeah, maybe it's more like a talon. I don't know. It's so awkward. Like, and I don't want to put the metal too far off their feet, like their actual feet. Down a little. Stop sign. What you doing? Studying for something tomorrow. Fun. I could probably, maybe I could angle it so that the nail part is like up. Yeah, actually, I think that'll do it. The claw doesn't have to be bigger, it just has to be more weirdly shaped. Maybe? Drawing things is hard. Oh. That. I think I'm just gonna leave them as... I like the idea of the one claw being really big, but I can't get it to look right from this angle, and... I guess the alternative would be to flip the leg. I mean, their legs are pretty symmetrical, so what I could do is just make the far toe. Just avoiding drawing what it looks like is what's happening. That raptor toe silhouette doesn't look right from the other angle, though. Yeah, I'm kind of designing their weapons a little bit, but like... Sir Alvin had a really cool idea to make one of the toes on the battle claws like a raptor talon so that it's bigger, and I like that idea because I didn't want to draw this one on the side. I don't think it looks right. I think it looks kind of derpy, but can't get the right like silhouette on it. It doesn't. I'm not sure how to make it stick up, you know. I really like the idea of it being a raptor claw. problem is, like, a raptor toe actually physically, like, tilts up also. Like a fursuit shoe that does not, so... Maybe just this whole toe is the thing. I don't know what kind... I don't think I'm gonna draw uniforms, actually. I don't care that much about talking about the military stuff, but I want it to be something that's actually in the world so that it's, like, there. But I don't know how much I'm gonna go into, like, drawing military uniforms, at least on their character sheet. Maybe I'll draw some soldiers at some point, but... Jedoa don't really have, like, an organized military the way other cultures in the world do, because the Jedoa don't really want to fight anybody, so... Like, they'll try to go to the peaceful resolution first, and then everybody just kind of gangs up on you after that. They're not good, they're just... They're doing their best. Jedoa are, like, the epitome of doing their best. That's not too bad. I keep that one. I don't hate that version. Like, I'm thinking on the toe it would just be like a cap, almost. I like the idea of one of them being real long so they can stab with it. Because they, you know, they're kind of more or less kicking you, so... Feudal levies instead of standing armies. Yeah! Like, if the example I used was that if you walk into a Jedoan city and threaten a hostile takeover, literally everyone will pull out their weapons and fight you. Unless they're obviously, like, children. But, you know, Jedoa are, like, ready to fight to protect everyone. And they don't really have, like, they don't have a military the way, like, the US has a military, or, like, the way modern militaries work. It's kind of just everybody's fighting for you. They're like the air monks from Avatar. Yes, they're like the air monks from Avatar. Sure. That's a reasonably good description, yeah. They don't want to fight you, but if they have to fight you, they will. And they might not be good at it, but that's how they do it. Just because that's how they do it doesn't mean it's the end-all be-all best way to do it, because it's definitely not, but... The way Jedoa handle things. The fun one's gonna be designing the crossbow. I'm kinda not excited to design the crossbow, to be honest. I'm not good at drawing weapons, so, like... Color. Let's grab this red. And let's also grab, this blue. Let's do actual. It'll be easier, but since it's cloth, it can be more creative in its color and style. Yeah. Need to grind out 4 million credits in this game and get 50k on a good match. Oh, that's fun. What game are you playing? Let's make the silver lighter, and then... Paint bucket tool, why do you do that? Paint bucket tool started doing that a couple weeks ago, and I don't know why, and it just, like, it bleeds over anytime I fill something. And I don't know... My tolerance is only on 15, so I don't know why it, like, spills over into the other colors, but it's driving me absolutely bonkers. I'd city picture would be a good desktop background. Actually, you know, it would be. I wonder how it looks as my desktop background. It's not a bad desktop background. See? I made my other one specifically for a desktop background, though, and I'm not gonna be able to. A lot of desktop backgrounds and oh, I know it. No, you know what it's cool stuff. Desert Heights. I don't know, I kinda like this one just because it's a little bit lighter, but yeah. Okay, and then I want to make the talons. I might modify it to be a desktop background, but I'm kind of picky about my desktop backgrounds because they have to be like a certain color tone and whatever. I'm kind of just obnoxious about it, so would make a good desktop background. You are not wrong. There, little bird claw thing, and then. Probably a purple. I like to use purple for my shadows, so that's probably what color it was. Shading metal's kind of fun, though. Had dried blood to the claw tips. Good. They should add like a little texture though, of like, you know, wear on the claws. It's awkward because the leg I picked to put this on is technically the front. It's actually technically the rear leg, but this claw would have covered up everything in the front, so. I guess I have to color the bird in the hammock, don't I? That's probably something I should do. I don't remember some of this music on the playlist. I don't think I added anything new even by accident, but I don't remember some of it. I think I'm gonna leave them like that for now. I'll come back to it if I decide I want to do something a little more deadly with them. I guess I'll just... back. How's it going, Al? Haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? How have you been? We're working on bird talons. It looks awkward about this, and I don't know what it is. I guess that's alright. I'll go up and color this guy. One, because I don't want to deal with situations, and two, because I don't want to draw the... I don't want to do a crossbow. Well, I just mostly don't want to do a crossbow. Not going to, okay? That's the plan. I'm busy with commissions and craft stuff. That's fun. Keep wanting to stop into your streams, and then I just can't. I don't have time. But I want to. That counts. Well, it's not the same as having extra viewers, right? The thought, it might be the thought that counts, but not the same. I just grabbed crests off different birds, to be honest. Like, they've got like you know, like this one's like a cockatoo, this one's like a pigeon, this one's like a different kind of pigeon, this is just generic little flukes off the back of the head. You know, the news sheet's the same way. I just redrew some of them. Yeah, it's like, you know, cockatoo floof, pigeon floof, kind of like big bird. I'm not really sure how this one works, but it's there, you know, just getting the tufts off the back of different birds. If I ever need a hairstyle for a Jedoa, I literally just go on Google and search bird. And just scroll down bird on Google Images until I see a bird that has a cool thing on its head. I have all kind of photos of exotic birds I saw at the zoo that, like, have neat head crests. Like, I imagine Jedoa could have some pretty crazy, like, feather styles based on that. Give the sleeping bird a teddy bear. He would be super cute if he had a little teddy bear type of thing, but... I'm trying to keep it simple on the character sheet, mostly because I just want to get it finished. Every now and then I look at these sheets and I'm like, I should have added this, and then I'm like, no, don't add it. You don't have time. Well, you have time, but you're gonna work on this sheet forever. Just move on to something else. I keep thinking about things that I'm like, oh, I should put that in. Oh, I should put that in. Dang it. I was doing it when I was working on that landscape too. I was like, oh, I should have put more like kids in the scene. Oh, I should have put, you know, I should have put one of their little dinosaur, whatever I don't remember what I called them, but they're little like pack animals that they use for in the mines. I should have put one of those in the scene. Oh, well, didn't. Big mood. Are there even bears where Jedoa live? I don't know. Good question. Maybe we could design a desert bear. I need to create like a web of life for the desert, so, you know, I might need some assistance with that. But Like I said, there was DV Joey or DM Joey. I was watching his channel on Saturday, and you know, he was doing an open source thing, so anybody could contribute anything. But I thought it might be cool if you know, if y'all help me. They could have a maybe there's a desert bear. You never know. Here, let's go on a little adventure. Let's. Bird. Nope. Bird. Nope. Bird. Third time's a charm. There we go. Let's make this bird. What should we make this bird? I like. That is Catbird. Pretty fucking cute, I have to say. Let's make this bird. Let's make this bird a hawk. Let's not make this hawk. And color is the background. Let's make this bird this thing. Yeah. Good dark brown bird. Cat owl. Yeah, little robin-y looking bird. Not exactly. I don't know what that is. Cute. A European robin. Oh, it is a robin. It's just a European robin. I see. Seeing as I have never been to Europe, I do not know what a European robin looks like. Call them red cheeks. Make that just a little lighter. I guess his legs are. They don't have feathers all down to their knees, but they don't really have knees. Cuter than American robins? I would agree. Much cuter. Very cute. Look at him. How cute he is. You're so chubby. What a chubby boy. Or girl. The thing that's fun is there's so many different birds to choose from, and you can kind of mix and match. You know, like this one doesn't really have the same top of its head, but you know, the top of the actual bird's head is like just flat and smooth. But this guy, he can have a little crest. How he looks. Purple. That's the color. This is like a purpley gray. You guys have a favorite bird? Anybody have one bird in particular that's like the cutest or the coolest or, you know, whatever? Any bird opinions? I want to make a genetic mutation Jedoa that looks like an Eclectus. Eclectus are super cool. Ravens, crows, and jackdaws. They're really cool. Cardinals. Cardinals are pretty cool. A cardinal actually was outside my house the other day. He was sitting outside my window and my cat saw him and was like freaking out, and then that was it. That was the end of my story. She was freaking out and then the bird flew away and that was it. That was the end of it. Shrike? Shrike. I recognize the name, I just don't remember what it looks like. Oh yeah, they're pretty cool. Oh yeah, look at their, they're really pretty. Not be like that? Interesting. Yeah, he's cool. Crows are really cool. Actually, I don't think I've made a crow Jedoa yet. On the next sheet, if I have to redraw anything, I'll make a crow. Otherwise, I'll just have to design a crow at some point. I had a blue tit resting on my windowsill this morning. That's really cool. I've never seen one of those in real life either. I've only heard the jokes on the internet. I can do that trick for the rest of it. Ah. Winning. I don't have to color inside the lines, you guys. Whoa, what are you doing? Okay. That was fucking weird. Corpus is nice, but when those asshole California scrub jays wake you up at 7 a.m. because they won't stop squawking in the tree outside your window, you get kind of sick of them. Blue jays. Just jays in general are just... Crows are cooler. Alright. Peeping bird friend. Brightness. A little bit. Better. I woke up to a flock of crows fighting over roadkill. That's fun. Hey, that roadkill is probably very important. I already do with my cockatiel screaming at the top of his lungs. Cockatiels are... Probably not when they're screaming. Oh, which way do we make the shadows go? Kinda tempted to have him, like, across the side of the body, almost like a beam of light coming in. That would also save me a lot of time. Aren't all parrots professional screamers, though? Isn't that, like, half their job? Like, you would think that would come in the owner's manual, just, like, screams a lot. I loved this game, by the way. I Titan Souls. This was a cool game. I don't know that I would play it again, but it was cool. Yeah, you gotta get that good morning scream. Just gotta scream. I would really love to try to have a bird someday, but like... bird owners scare me a little bit. The majority of bird owners, I should say. Most people I talk to, and I'm like, I want to get a parrot someday. And they're like, oh my god, parrots are so crazy, and they scream a lot. And just like... I don't know. I don't know if you guys maybe have had that experience, but a lot of people I've met that, like, in real life, I should say, pretty much everybody I've met on the internet's been super cool, but a lot of the bird owners I've met in real life have been, like, really aggressive about turning you away from getting a bird. And I actually had it happen when I was looking for a cat, too. There was a cat on a local website I saw, and he was cute, and I, you know, wondered if we might be a good match, so I messaged the foster mom to ask if, you know, the foster parent to ask if I could, you know, set up, you know, when are they going to be at the next shelter meetup or whatever so I can meet this cat, and she was like, oh, well, he's really shy and takes a long time to warm up to people. And I was like, that's fine. I just want to know if we'd be a good match. Well, he's super shy and doesn't do really well around other people. And I'm like, okay, so you don't want me to adopt the cat? Like, I ended up not even going to see if I could meet him because she was just so, like, intense about, no, he's not going to be any good because he's really shy. And it was like, are you trying not to get these animals adopted? Because that's how you don't get the animals adopted. Just like a lot of bird owners I've met, and like I said, in real life, like, I know you guys aren't like that, but a lot of times I meet people with birds, and they're like, no, don't get a bird. What are you doing? I hear that owning a bird is like having a child with intense autism, not in an offensive way, it's just how they sum it up. Yeah. Birds are a huge commitment. Larger ones like parrots can live for decades and are basically as intelligent as a toddler. Yeah. Well, and I don't know. It's like, I know what kind of responsibility I have words, I think I can use my words. Like, I know the kind of responsibility that goes into it. It's just, I don't know. People are really, like, mean about it, I guess. I mean, birds are certainly not for everybody, and most people who, like, you know, a lot of, like, you know, like any pet, people do get them on a whim and don't do the research, and, you know, it's not, I get why people wouldn't want to just be like, oh yeah, you should totally get a bird, yeah, oh, they're great, like, you know, don't make it all flowers and sunshine, like, it's not like they, you know, don't make it sound like they scream all the time. I'm just surprised by how many people I've met that just are immediately like, don't do it. Not even being like, oh, yeah, they're really cool, but they're also a really big commitment, and you should do a lot of research before you go into it, and, like what you just said, pretty much. There's also some stuff about ethics behind the sources of exotic bird trade. That's true. If our worlds were ever to meet in space and Jedoan were to see my species, they would just think they're clones, right? I guess you're saying think because Jedoan have similar colors and cardinals and blue jays. No. I don't think they would think that they're clones. I think they would think your birds are a totally different species that look similar, because, like, the same way we would look at an alien and be like, oh, they're vaguely human shape, but they're green. That's weird. Are they human? You know, just because, like, Jedoan don't really come in straight up blue. Like, a Jedoan, having a Jedoan that's all red like a cardinal, like 100% of their body is red like a cardinal, is almost unheard of. It's a really rare genetic mutation for a Jedoa's male coloration to take up most of their body. So, no, I actually don't think they would think they're that similar, just because Jedoan are mostly brown, black, or white. They're not usually, and only the males show, only the males show their color, so, like, I mean, females can have the genetic mutation too, but, like, a Jedoa that's all one color is not, or that's all the dominant, like, where when the dominant gene is the male gene, that's really rare. That's a very rare, Are there burb titties? There are not burb titties, no. There are not burb titties. My burbs do not have titties. My best friend had a rainbow lorikeet, and all he did was fuck her socks every day. That's hilarious. Nope. You tell... Does Jedoa have a tail? Oh, he does have a tail. Very tiny tail. Yeah, you can tell, a Jedoa... You can tell the Jedoa, male and female apart because the females are bigger, and they don't have the long tail feather that has a color on it. So, the one yellow bird in my species would be like most Jedoas. No. I think they'd still kind of... No, I think that would still be a little different. I mean, you were the one that suggested the dominant recessive genes, actually, but, like... So, these colors are, like, examples of dominant colors, so... Most Jedoa are some shade of brown or orange or tan, or they're sometimes whites and grays and blacks, but that's like less common because it's a recessive gene. And then they carry a gene for the male coloration, and if you're a male Jedoa, it shows, and if you're female, you just carry the gene for it. But the most common ones are yellow, red, and orange, so they just get this, like, slight pigmentation in their feathers. So, like, this guy has has orange male pigmentation. The female's not showing that extra color because she doesn't have it. She's female, so she doesn't show it. And they can get, like, blues and stuff, but that's, like, really rare for those colors to show up. And so there's, like, a genetic mutation where this color becomes one of these colors. Yeah. You mentioned that the one night, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea, because I totally forgot that I would need to think about that. So, yeah. So, I mean, for Jedoa, it's not like... Yeah, that... The whole dominant gene thing is, So, no, I don't really think they would... I don't think they would look at, your birds and be like... Oh, that yellow one that's really rare to you guys, that one looks like us. It looks more like them, I would say, is a good way to put it. Definitely the one yellow bird would look a lot more like a Jedoa than the red and blue ones, but it's not, like, quite the same thing. Being all of a saturated color is really rare. Blue-footed boobies, though. But yeah, that's how you tell male and female Jedoa apart. The females don't have the tail feathers. That's the easiest way to tell them apart. So this one laying in the basket here, this one's male. Because he's got the red on his belly. He has the orange on his chest. I now have to think about genes and stuff for all the other species in my world now, though, because I totally wasn't thinking about that. Now I gotta... Now I have to consider how genetics work for everybody. So at some point, whenever I get to, At some point when I get to doing the Veos, we'll have to think about that. Then do I get 2% claim on your world since I came up with the idea for color mechanics? No. But I know that you're joking. If anything, it would be like 0.5%. Maybe even less than that. In the grand scope of everything I want to do with this, it's going to be a very small percentage. Okay. Oh, what time is it? 9:15. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Do the thing. I demand 50% claim because I suggested the raptor claw. You guys gotta get in line behind everybody else. I was kind of thinking at some point, or she played Flight Rising. Yeah, of course I played Flight Rising. I actually really haven't been on Flight Rising in a long time, though. Take a little trip into my lair, though. I haven't played in so long. I got really bored with it. It was really cool, and I got, like, a lot of really interesting, like, have some cool dragons that I'm really proud of. I mean, Endy I use as my main one. And I've had like 18 people ask for this dragon. Stop asking. I put a note in his description that was like, no, I'm not giving you this dragon, stop it. But like, I had so many people message me and be like, oh, can I have your dragon? Can I buy him from you? And I'm like, no, you can't buy him from me. He's not for sale. Stop it. Okay, I'm gonna put this in my Dropbox so I can open it on the other computer. And look at it. Tested was helping me figure this out the other night, because I don't know anything about weapons, fun fact. I know jack diddly squat about weapons, in fact, so he drew me up a concept, and I'm gonna reference it, but yeah, so that's Flight Rising. I have Flight Rising. I haven't played it in forever. Oh, here's a good story. This is Ganon. Ganon, I actually didn't mean to get this dragon, but I was scrolling through the auction house looking at dragons, and I saw this dragon, and he was just this grayish brown dragon with like chocolate wings or something. Yeah, chocolate wings. And his name was Poop Wings. And I was like, that's so mean. Because he's gonna get adopted, and then he's gonna get exalted, and his name is forever gonna be Poop Wings. That's awful. So I bought him, I renamed him Ganon, and I colored him with the iridescent and the shimmer, and now he's beautiful. If I need more weapons, I'll let you know, but I don't really want to go too in-depth on the weaponry, but, why am I opening this? Why am I opening? I was trying to open Dropbox. So, this was the design tested came up, and I don't think I'm not gonna go into this much detail, I just gotta figure out the general shape of the thing, so... Side ledger to hold banded bolt slats. Reloading takes top slat and... God fucking damn it, tested your handwriting. I guess that's slides left? Thick. I don't know what this word is supposed to be. What kind of cartridge is that? Isolated bolt slat. I sent you the best dragon of all time. Oh, is that what you sent me on Discord? Hang on. Oh my god! His name is Chris. He's beautiful. Also, Jesus Christ. He's beautiful. I love him. I have no idea what Tested is asking me to do. I looked at this last night and I was like, wow, that looks complicated. I'm gonna walk away from it. I was so obsessed with pet slates like Subetta. Discord, what are you doing? Neopets and goatlings, but I forgot to check on my kiddos. I actually still have a Neopets too. I have all painted Neopets. In fact, we could take a little trip down memory lane and go to Neopets too. My Neopets are all starving to death though. But I have them. They're just all mad at me because I'm the worst. They're all upset with me because I haven't been on in like forever to feed them. But this mug has. See you later, stop sign. Have a good night. So, I had a Neopets. It was fun playing the minigames, but... Alright, you guys want to help me decipher this? Does anybody know anything about weapons? What is he talking about? So it's just like a crossbow with like a thicker bottom on it? I think that's what he's talking about. So like, instead of it just being like this, it has like a thicker, like, front. There's this ancient Chinese crossbow that's auto-reloading. Oh, this one has like an awkward, like, top slot. Oh, I guess that makes sense, though. You pop them in the top, and then every time you fire one, it just drops down in. This one has a bunch of them on the sides, so it, like, pulls them in, I think. How to crossbow. Pop all of them and just start cranking the lever. Maybe I'll do that. Such an awkward looking design. Doesn't seem like it would be very accurate. Like, I imagine it's kind of hard to look over the top of. And Helsing crossbow. The one from Van Helsing seems like it has like a little roulette in the middle. Crossbows are meant for close range. They were too powerful. They were powerful enough to punch through armor. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Maybe I should focus on... Because I think the idea that we were having was to have the Jedoa be, like, expert marksmen, and that would kind of give them a place in a... I think I said this, like, 15 minutes ago, but that would give them, like, a place in the global military, because you would want to have Jedoa in your military to be the archers, because they're, like, expert marksmen. So maybe we should design a longbows if you want them to be marksmen. Maybe I could design some kind of a... I wonder if it'd be possible to build some kind of, like, a longbow crossbow hybrid type of thing, because, like, the society of Lorhandel, like, the time period of, like, technology that they're in, they're not quite, like, medieval or like, ancient, where they would have things, like, they would only have things like crossbows. Like, they're getting to a more mechanical stage, so something like a crossbow fits, like, right into the kind of technology they would have. Because it's not quite a gun, but it's not quite a bow. It's kind of, like, right in between. Like, they're not quite ready for guns yet, but they're figuring it out, I guess. If I could come up with some kind, if we could come up with some kind of, like... I don't know. This part's hard for me, because I don't know that much about, like, military stuff. Let's, avoid situations for another moment. Let me put the text on top of this. Gunpowder weapons have been around since the Middle Ages, with some odd ones from China. I guess that's true. I don't know. Maybe I should just draw a crossbow and just be done with it. Just straight up draw a crossbow and just not even worry about it. Just continue to avoid. I know why this looks awkward. The foot that's underneath is a different resolution. That's why it looks awkward. I'm gonna fix that. You need good arm strength to be a good crossbower. Maybe crossbow's just not good for Jedoa then. I don't know, like... I don't know if I would classify Jedoa as having good arm strength. Well, almost human titties. Not quite. That's better. Okay, that looks much better now. Reposition it, but that looks a whole lot better. You're all about the titties. I see you over there. I mean, Jedoa have gunpowder. They use it for celebration stuff, though. They don't really... I can't imagine... That's the thing, is, like, I gave them... They're one of the first people to discover gunpowder, but they use it for celebratory stuff and, like, for fun. Like, they set off fireworks. They don't, like... I can't imagine a Jedoa going out of their way to make gunpowder weapons, but... Maybe a really simple, just, like, gunpowder, like, rifle would be alright. Give them rockets. Bombs. I don't know, this is, like, to me, the Jedoa don't seem like the kind of people that would go out of their way to make weapons like that. But, I guess they wouldn't really go out of their way to make weapons like knife boots either, so... The whole designing weapon things is a little bit hard for me. Alright, we gotta draw something in there, but I don't think I want to mess with it right now. I think I'm a little stuck on the weapons thing, so... I'm just gonna step away from it and come back to it, because I'm not really sure what to do with them as far as, like, a long-range weapon. I like the idea of them being good marksmen, but I don't know how to handle it other than that. So, last sheet's gonna be all their science and technology, which is walk down here. That shouldn't take too long. Oh, and actually I have to do sheet 3 too. I didn't get back to that. Might be in this outline. The outline is here. Gotta just do that at some point. Let's work on the science and technology one. Briar, what's going on? Doing? pictures, because we don't need those. All the text. I'm gonna keep some of them. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to trim the heck out of this. That's already spelled wrong, I can tell. As soon as I stop being able to see it, my brain's like, oh, that's not real. What are you talking about? We'll just move on to something else and go back to the weapon later. I don't feel like working on it right now. Haven't had proper food since we played Jackbox last night. Oh no, yeah, go. Be free. I'm gonna hang on to that box. I don't think I want to include all of that information. I think I want to just do a little bit. My word delicious combo for dinner, mushrooms and asparagus. That sounds interesting. Myself. We actually have to break down the sheet into boxes first. Do they have Steam technology yet? They are right on the edge of Steam technology, I believe, is what I'm planning. The humans are the most technologically advanced of all 5 of the races, and the humans are like really gung-ho about technology, so they're trying really hard to create an engine. That's kind of their current thing. Their current deal is trying to create a steam engine and use steam power. They're sort of in the process of figuring that out. At the time period that the story takes place anyway, they're kind of, well, I say the time period the story takes place as if I have a story in my head of what I want to do, but I don't. It's just kind of like the time period I was thinking of, because I didn't want to go straight up medieval, because I don't find that interesting, but I also didn't want to go like modern day, so I kind of went for something like right on the edge of that. All right, so we gotta break this down and all that good stuff. Okay. Grab those subtitles. So, let's see. Let me know if you need me to repeat that when you come back. So let's do... If I do Bird Lady... We can keep that top box and do, like, sentences about glass, and then put the Jedoan with the glasses. You guys have, if you can even read that, you could read it. And then we could break it up into 2 boxes in the middle, so we could do their coins, text about coins, and then a little firework graphic with some information about that. And then we could do the long picture with the guy. I'm gonna have to picture differently, I think. And then all the information about mining can go down here. I might leave out the... And then if this fits down here, we'll put the... And that little box about gemstones can go there if I need it. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's the plan. Shorten that box up a little bit. have a small slot to bring up. Hopefully I can just grab this guy out of here and not have to open it. Alright. Gonna have to go find the sheep. Here's the big sheep. There we go. That guy's gonna fit. What part of the game was this from? This music from? I can't remember. It doesn't sound, like, super familiar. My favorite OST from Undertale? Oh, the hotel, that's right. Oh, from Hotland before the hotel. Gotcha. I don't know why I couldn't remember it all of a sudden. I was, like, not sure. I don't want to bring this up. Put it, like... pull this art down. Oh, maybe it should stay at the top. It's a good one. Undertale has some good music. For all the things that I felt were wrong with the game, the music was not one of them. Not clue that does. Oh, speaking of Undertale, there's some more Undertale news. Also not gonna redo their coins. Oh, jeez. Not auto. The Undertale OST is super memorable. Yeah, it's such a... It has a lot of good music. Kind of in general. Traffic around somewhere. There it is. Hearts on it, though. That's not traffic. How bad does that look? Looks pretty bad. Alright, that's what I thought was gonna I have another version of this document that has... might have it finished. Old. Art for copying, I think, might have it. Nope. Oh. Where's the version of that that has the, fireworks. Why is it only in... Why do I only have a version of that here? Actually, it looks super like garbage here too. Alright, well. That's okay. It's easy to fix. Flatten this too much anyway. We'll just make it work. We'll just make a new one. Photoshop is not happy with me right now for some reason. I don't even know what I was doing with that sheet. It's so bad. Like, what is that graphic? I don't have much to say tonight, guys. I'm just kind of doing my thing, just kind of focused. I hope you guys are enjoying just kind of hanging out and chilling. Are you guys working on anything exciting at the moment? Any cool projects you're doing, or just anything you're working on? Alright, that's better. Or any games you're working on playing, you know, doesn't have to be limited to art stuff. That's what happens when you put a flipping mask on that. Alright. Making some sticker sheets currently for one for Final Fantasy 15. The more I'll make more for other fandoms too. Cool. Are you planning on selling them on like Etsy or something? Is that the sort of the plan? That's so cool. Putting together a team of my favorite Pokemon for Pokemon Moon. That's always a fun project, I think. I always like, you know, picking a team of just all my favorite Pokemon. It never goes well. It's just, you know. Reading this real quick to see what I can strip out to make it fit, because it's, oh, it actually does fit. Hallelujah. A block of text actually fits when I copied it over for another document. I don't have to strip any of that information out. Hell yeah. Gonna have to do that for the next one. Heckin' yeah. That I'm gonna have to strip down. I don't know why I made that so complicated, because... So, not 100,000 copper, it's, 1,000. I don't know why I think I put too many zeros on that. 10,000? I went real generic with their currency because they don't really technically need a currency. They mostly use it. They mostly use currency if they, like, physically can't not do currency. There we go. Nice and simple. Do you have a favorite scary, creepy game? I've been watching some playthroughs of my favorite creepy games lately. Ooh, that's a good question. Favorite scary or creepy? I don't play a lot of horror games, to be honest. So none that I've played myself. I'm trying to think of horror games that I've watched YouTubers play that I really liked. But of course, the only horror game that comes to mind, quote-unquote horror game that comes to mind, is FNAF. So we have... I like a lot of the game, like, I actually like a lot of games that are, like, kind of normal games that have more creepy elements in them. I think that's really interesting, like, or I like creepy Easter eggs in games, really. That's sort of fun for me, I think. Like those, like, what were they called? The tree people or whatever? Sky Tree, something like that. Hell Valley Sky Tree from, Mario Galaxy 2, I want to say it was. Like, that's cool for me. I like a lot of the, Inside. I haven't heard of that one, I don't think. We played one, around Halloween 2 years ago on stream, before I got, like, serious about streaming. I don't remember what it was called, though. I'm gonna look it up, though, because it's gonna bug me. Oh, Amnesia's a really good one. I really liked Amnesia. That I did play myself, and I liked a lot. I never played Machine for Pigs, though. I played Dark Descent. I actually have Machine for Pigs, I just never finished it. Spookies. Why not have? It was like 7 days or something like that. It was kind of cool. It was like a weird little, like, pixel, you know, spook game. Made by the same people who made Limbo. Oh, okay. I do remember Limbo. Limbo was cool. Maybe I would probably say, just for lack of not knowing too many horror games, I would probably say Amnesia, actually. So I remembered playing that, I remembered liking it a lot. Oh, thank you for the bits! They go into the cup. Thanks so much for the bits, dude. The jar fills. You have arrived. That's gonna be a problem. That doesn't take up nearly as much space as I was hoping it would. Hello, how you doing? How's your weekend going? What would you say yours is, Briar? What would be your favorite horror game? Or anybody else in the chat? What would be your favorite creepy, spooky, scary skeletons kind of game? Probably inside. Gotcha. This right here. Okay. Are you like? Well, that doesn't. Never mind. Kind of amazing. We started out by I had too many things going on. There were too many things on the screen, and I was having to pare down so much information. And now I'm like, why doesn't it all fit? Have to make it fit. I've heard of Little Nightmares. Apparently, I've heard that is actually quite a terrifying game. Again, I've never actually played it, but I've heard that's a good spook game. I've always been a big, like I said, I've always been a big fan of like creepy Easter stuff, you know, like when you can like find little Easter eggs that are just spooky, a little bit spooky. Like the Karazhan Crypts in WoW. You know, you can't really get in there, but seeing footage of it's pretty cool. You get a little bit of that, like, exploration aspect, because, like, you're not supposed to be there, but got to see it anyway. Doing good, I just got off work and got to see the Lottle in the corner and had to give it a cheer. Aw, yeah. Gotta give Steve something to protect. Down there doing his best. Trying. Doing the most. Such a good boy. How bad does that look if I make it bigger? That actually resized pretty good. I like games that are less jump scare and more unsettling. Yeah, same. I always feel kind of like tricked, you know, whenever there's a jump scare. You know, it just doesn't feel necessary. I'd rather get a little bit creeped out by something a little bit spooky going on, you know. Guess I could draw some gemstones under there and just. Oh, I should do it. I'll just draw a couple gemstones for up top there. So on this sheet, all we have left to do is, yeah, on this sheet all I have to do is draw a gemstone. Oh, I gotta fix it. Draw gemstones, and draw the bird with the glasses again, because they're not correct for our purposes. And then that will be it, and then I will be caught up on all their sheets, I think. That should be all of them. And then I have- oh, there's one more I have to do, but... save on this yet? Let's save as. Or close anything. I feel like I might have hit save on this one. Check it. Okay. Let's just revert that back to the way it was. I had a feeling I might have saved over it. All is well. Fixed it. Crisis averted. That text box. Oh, we're almost there, guys. And it's also 10 o'clock, so I gotta go to bed. Oh, but we're almost there. I think I might just finish this on my own time. We're gonna do commissions on Tuesday no matter what, but I might just finish this on my own time. 'Cause it's a little bit of fiddly stuff that's left, like, you know, just drawing like 2 things. And then page number 3, I'm gonna have to put a little bit of thought into before I actually create it, because, if I remember correctly, page 3 was all the science and technology, like science, or not science and technology, the behavior stuff, so that's gonna be... It's pretty much this box, so I gotta expand out relationship with other races into the bottom of this one, I think. I don't know what else to put on this sheet, to be honest, so I'll have to expand the spacing a little bit and just try to, you know, make it padded a little bit, but... The problem was that there was so much of going. Maybe not. There was just so much appearance information that, like, I had to kind of cram in here, and kind of wish I would have maybe spread that out a little bit more, but like, I couldn't condense this stuff. And there's too much stuff on this page. I don't know. Complicated. There's a lot going on. But, alright, with that, I'm gonna head off to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Subnautica. We'll, you know, do some more exploratizing. And, we'll see you guys. Lost my words there. Have a good night or a good rest of your day, guys. I'll see you later. Oh, let's see if anybody's streaming. Let's do that. See if we got anybody we can raid for. I'll put up the sheet while I decide what we want to do tonight. And Needle's on. Let's go bug her. She's probably working on some cool needle felting stuff, so we'll go see what she's up to. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the Discord later, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Subnautica. So have a good night and a good rest of your day, or whatever's going on in your time zone, and I will see you later. Right, bye.